Hey guys, Dan here with Battlefield Curator, and I'm going to go over my top 5 acquisitions of 2022. Back in the beginning of 2022, I set some collecting goals. I had a collecting strategy. So one of my goals of my collecting strategy was to collect more unique and better condition weapons for my collection. Another goal was to find good deals. And I think I accomplished both of those, and these top 5 definitely are a product of the strategy that I put forth and set back in the beginning of 2022. So let's take a look. All right, number 5, we're going to start off with Mosin. This rifle is dated 1895 on the barrel and dated 1895 underneath the rear tang, which makes the receiver 1895. Now, this was put into finished use. This is the original Mosin M1891 design, but Finland put a new stock on there, and it looks like they might have redid the metal on there. I'm not quite sure, but either way, it's getting harder to find these older Mosins, and they are going a lot higher in price. And at the time I got them, they were going at an auction for over 900. The friend I got it from, he did know that what they were worth. He said, "Hey, look, I could sell this on Gunbroker for over $1,000," but he gave me a good deal on it. He said, "Hey, you know what? I just want to sell it. I'll sell it to you for 500." And I said, "Hey, that works." So, I made a deal with him, and I think I got a really good deal on it. All right, number 4, the Mauser 36. I ended up going to a gun show, and a friend who was at a booth was liquidating a lot of his collectible weaponry. And I said, "Hey, do you have anything else that you might be getting rid of? I didn't see anything there at the booth that I really liked." But he said, "Yeah, I've got a Mauser 36." And I said, "Okay, that sounds pretty awesome." And so he said, "Hey, I could, we could talk after." And I just sent him a text a few days later. And he also had a Springfield trapdoor. So I ended up getting a Springfield trapdoor and a Mauser 36. And he was going through some things, so he was liquidating his collection. So I helped him out as well. I already have a couple of trapdoors. One was not in working condition, though. But I ended up taking both anyways, and he gave me a really good deal on both. And I think, if I average out the prices, I think I got a pretty fair deal on the Mauser 36. I got a very unique Mauser 36 post-World War II, but still in very good condition. And these were very unique rifles. They shot an intermediate cartridge, very advanced for the time. They're just not noted for anything special because France just got run over by Germany during the war. They were really focused on their Maginot line, and they thought that they could repel any kind of attack from Germany, but they were outsmarted and then out-strategized. I did have this advanced rifle, the Mauser 36, for their infantry units. It was shorter for closer engagements. It shot an intermediate cartridge. It was a bolt action that had a very short bolt pull, but very smooth. And also, it would line your middle finger back up on the trigger, so you could rapid fire it if you wanted to. All right, number 3, a Mauser M1893. Now, this Mauser was designed for the Spanish contract, but this rifle was made in Germany. This rifle is one of Paul Mauser's very famous small ring Mauser designs, firing a 7mm cartridge. Now, this Mauser was used in the Spanish-American War, and the same model was also used during the Boer Wars. Now, that is why this rifle is very significant in history. I ended up trading a couple rifles for it, and I think I got a pretty good deal out there at one of the shops in Aiken, South Carolina. And it was a really good rifle. I saw it there for a while, and I said, you know what, it's a little high priced, but I think if I traded some things for it that I paid a lot less for, I could get this rifle, and that's what I did. So I think I got a pretty good deal on this Mauser. It's a very smooth shooter. I had to clean it up a little bit. It's actually not too bad. Not too bad at all. It looks really good. The wood's really good, and I think it's a very good addition to the collection. All right, number 2, a Mauser C96. Yes, a broom handle. I picked up this very good-looking broom handle with a very unique leather and canvas holster. He said his stepfather had acquired it from World War II. He got it off of a German officer. That would kind of make sense because this is a Mauser C96 commercial pistol, and it wasn't military issued, so that would make sense that a German officer would have it. Also, this very unique canvas and leather holster that would have probably been seen more or less in the African theater. I cannot find the same type of holster anywhere else. So it looks like it's very rare, or it's probably just commercially made or made out. Someone made it out in a bazaar or something. Uh, but it looked like definitely a very good addition to the collection. Uh, and it was one of those where it's like when you come across a Mauser Broomhandle for 30% less than what they're selling for in this great a condition, then that sounds like a good deal to me. Still a little pricey, but I think that uh, being part of a collection like this with a little bit of backstory of history behind it is very unique. And I want to do a video on it later, so stick around. And I definitely want to do a video on it. So I have fired it. It fires really well. But yeah, beautiful pistol, very desirable, very sought after. It's been popular for over a century. All right, and my number one acquisition, I think, in my opinion, in 2022 is not another Mauser, but those Mausers really were very good acquisitions, in my opinion. But this one is a Krag Jorgensen, the Springfield model 1892. This one's dated 1894. It's a very good addition to the collection. It's an earlier style Krag Jorgensen for the U.S. military, and I really like it. It's a smooth shooting rifle. It shoots the 30-40 Krag. It's in great condition for its age. And it's one of those that were used in the Spanish-American War, and it has its provenance in history because it was one of those where the U.S. said, "Hey, we need something in smokeless powder. We need a bolt action." And not there was a lot of opposition of it, and especially during the Spanish-American War, when the U.S. and used this rifle against the Spanish and guerrillas using the Mauser 1893 and 1895s, the U.S. realized they were outgunned, and this Krag Jorgensen was inferior. So this sparked change to get a better rifle for the U.S. military. Well, guys, that's it for my top 5 acquisitions of 2022. I definitely look forward to 2023. I'm gonna have a new strategy, a new collecting strategy for 2023. I think that we'll see some really good deals in 2023. So I think that's why I'm changing my strategy for 23. But I'll come up with a video for that. If you want to see some more links to the videos, I did a Mauser 1893 video. It's in the description. You can check that link out. But yeah, guys, if you really just pulverize that like button and subscribe if you haven't, it helps out with the algorithms. It helps the channel. Really look forward to bringing you guys some history and some information. Look forward to doing some more travels and maybe going to places that maybe you might be interested in seeing, or maybe doing some historical reviews on some of these historic pieces that just you don't see too often. So if you do find them out there in the wild, you know what they are and know a little bit more about them. So with that being said, be sure to learn history and curate history. Make it a great day.